All right, we'll go ahead and get started. I'd like to welcome everyone today. This is the December the 8th, and this is our regular board meeting this month. And as always, we open up our meetings with prayer and pledge. And so tonight we'll ask Mr. Walker if he will lead us in their prayer, and we will ask Mr. Green if he will lead us in the pledge.
Okay, everybody please stand. Let's bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you, dear Lord, for all your many blessings. Dear Lord, we just thank you for the opportunity to come together and see what we can do to make the lives of the people in this county better. Dear Lord, I just pray that this Christmas season is here. I just pray, dear Lord, we remember the real reason for the season. Dear God, we just thank you for your birth, dear Lord, your Son that came to this earth and was born, dear Lord, so that one day he could die for the sins of all mankind. Dear Lord, I just pray you give us wisdom, dear Lord, guide us and lead us. And dear Lord, I just pray that everything we do will seek to bring honor and glory to your name. In your name we pray, amen.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do I hear a motion we approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Do I hear a motion that we approve the agenda for tonight?
So moved.
Second.
Could I make a slight adjustment on maybe
yes.
order,
Yes.
Mr. Brown? I know we've got a really great crowd from the Archers program, Appalachian Archers. Would ask that Mr. Silver could maybe go before them due to a prior engagement on his calendar, if that's okay with you all.
Yeah, that would be good with us. Is that good with you, John?
First time I ever done one of these, so we do have practice, so we gotta get these kids too.
I'm in the motion to go ahead and move them up as requested by the county manager.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor of that say aye.
Aye.
Okay, then we'll begin with our appointments tonight. And item A, our first appointment will be the selection of the chair and vice chair for the next upcoming year. So, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Chairman. I'll now accept nominations for the position of chair.
Make a motion that Tony Brown be the chairman.
Second. Okay, are there any other?
Close nomination.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, by a vote of 5-0, Tony Brown is the chair. And we'll move on to nominations for vice chair.
Make a motion Lynn Green be vice chair.
Second.
Make a motion to close
Okay.
nomination.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
By a vote of 5-0, Lynn Green is the vice chair. Thank you. That'll be all.
Okay, move along to item B. We've got the school board here with us tonight, and Mr. Frank and the rest of the board. And I think we have something special that they're going to do for us tonight. Dr. Gritt, we're going to turn the floor over to you, I guess, first of all.
Yes, sir.
Well, first of all, congratulations on your nominations, Chairman Brown. Appreciate you. Glad to have you back as a chair again this year. Vice Chairman Green, congratulations to you as well. And it's always an honor to speak before the board. We're really blessed, folks. And, I think the partnership that we have is something that we definitely saw down in Greensboro. We were able to get an award. And one of the things we talked about was being able to come here and make sure that we made sure that our hometown folks really know and understand what that award's all about. So I've got a few things, and I don't want to insult anybody, but I am going to read because I don't want to leave anything out. There's some really good things in here. So that was on November the 12th that the McDowell County Board of Commissioners was the recipient of the North Carolina School Boards Association Award, and that was done down in Greensboro. That is one of those that we have 115 school districts in the state of North Carolina, and they selected one group of county commissioners. And folks, I'm happy to report that it was your county commissioners. It was the county commissioners at McDowell County. So I want to share with you a letter that I wrote in support of that, just because I felt like that the reason that you guys were nominated, or not nominated, but were elected for that, There were several letters of support that were written from the Board of Education, but I wanted to read to you the one that I submitted. I said, "Dear School Board Selection Committee, it is with great pride and deep respect that McDowell County Schools nominates the McDowell County Board of Commissioners for the 25-26 NC School Boards Association County Commissioners of the Year Award." That's a mouthful, isn't it? For more than 15 years, our commissioners have partnered with McDowell County Schools and McDowell Technical Community College through monthly joint ed committee meetings. We have one tomorrow too, by the way, I believe. Fostering the transparency, collaboration, and mutual trust. That partnership has proven invaluable in times of crisis and opportunities alike. In the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, the most devastating natural disaster in our county's history, the commissioners worked hand in hand with the school system to stabilize our community and ensure continuity of education, including the swift relocation of Old Fort Elementary School students. At the same time, they prioritized education funding during unprecedented financial strain, providing a 3% increase in 2024 and an additional 6% increase in 2025 through the 26 school year. This combined 9% increase is not only a safeguard for universal pre-K, but it also protected core services across all grade levels, offsetting major state funding reductions. Despite facing their own challenges in recovery, the commissioners placed students first, demonstrating extraordinary leadership and steadfast commitment to public education. Their actions ensured stability, opportunity, and hope for every student in McDowell County Schools. We are honored to submit this nomination in recognition of their resilience, vision, and unwavering dedication to the children and families of our community. Folks, that was this much to just talk a little bit about what you had done. There was also quite a bit of documentation that went along with that. And that was this was just the cover letter. I wouldn't have time to go into all the documentation, but there was a mountain of things that went into that. So when we talk about our partnership, we talk about it in a way that other folks don't understand it. I see William Keller and folks from our sheriff's office sitting in here. These are partnerships that we are in communication with these folks every single day. And it's not unusual for our Board of Commissioners to be talking with our Board of Education members on a daily basis as well. And when I tell that to people in the state, they don't understand it. They just don't get it. And then we talk about what it does and what that can do for a community. And I want to say, when we went down to Greensboro for you guys to receive that award, there was something that was brewing that we didn't have knowledge of at the time. But following that meeting, we were recognized as the recipient of a $42 million needs-based school capital grant. And folks, I believe firmly that our partnership is why we're holding that grant. I really, really believe that. So I want to share just a few more words with you before I close tonight. We're proud of our partnership and our combined accomplishment. When everyone is rowing in the same direction, we can do great things for our community. Over the last 5 years, the McDowell County School Board has worked diligently to receive another needs-based grant to build another school. Now the next chapter begins. Starting in March, we will conduct more detailed studies to help us reduce our overall building footprint and coordinate with the county commissioners on their needs as well. Our architect will help develop a project timeline, and we will soon begin meeting with families, staff, and community members. We plan to host celebration gatherings at both Marion Elementary School and Eastfield Global Magnet, where everyone will have the opportunity to help shape the new school, its name, its color, its mascot, its programming, its calendar, and so much more. This is your school as much as it is ours, and your voice will matter. And while this new school is an enormous step forward, our work doesn't end here. Other facilities in our district need attention, and we are committed to laying the groundwork for future grants so we can continue to improve our schools for years to come. Even if some of that work extends beyond the tenure of those leading us, today we want to leave a strong foundation for the next generation. Thank you for your support and your patience and your belief in our students. This new school is a victory for our entire community, and we're excited to build it together. And congratulations on a very deserving award from the North Carolina School Boards Association. I just wanted to share that piece with you because I wholeheartedly believe that one of the primary reasons that we were able to receive that award is to be able to show this partnership. And just as I shared our mountains of documentation that went into you guys receiving the award, when we wrote the grant, it was very nice to be able to show newspaper articles, interlocal agreements, willingness to support us and stand behind us as we went and ventured out into purchasing property. And folks, we had to do that in a hurry this year. The deadline moved from December, which is really the grant would just be due now. It moved up to October. And you guys were with us every step of the way and really supporting us along through that process. But on behalf of McDowell County Schools and the Board of Education, I just want to say thank you. We appreciate what you mean and what you do for this community. It's incredible. And I know that we do have an award
Yes, we do.
there. And I know y'all got it in Greensboro, but Chairman Brown, if it'd be okay, I'd like to present that award to you here at home as well.
Okay. I'd like to say, I'll speak on behalf of the board and I'll give them the opportunity to say something as well. But, this is really humbling to us and we certainly appreciate this. I don't know whether we're deserving or not, but we love this county and we love our school system. And we have certainly always been and will always be pro-education, and we'll support our school system now and as long as we are here to represent this county. So thank you very much for that.
I'd just like to say thanks for pointing us out. It's sometimes difficult to serve on a board that you get nominated on, and people are usually frustrated with a lot of different things taking place. And I am so excited about our future because of the old Fort grant was about 12.5, even though everybody was saying it's 15. This is 42 million that's coming. And I do think that the collaboration between the boards is very good. And looking forward to helping out with our DSS. It's going to be, it is a team effort. Greatly appreciate you pointing it out.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
It's not hard to work with folks when you remember who they are, our friends and our neighbors. I have known Paul Baker, believe it or not, he's a little bit older than I am, but I've known Paul all my life. I've worked with Terry, I've worked with Derek, sitting here with you tonight. Some of the other school board members I've known all my life. And I think highly of every one of them. It's not hard to work together when you remember what you mean to us. We appreciate you folks, and we're going to stand by you as long as we can.
Thank you.
I'd like to say thank you for nominating us, but you all do an outstanding job, and it is such an honor to work alongside you all. I've loved this past year getting to know each of you and getting to see how well we do work together, and so I look forward to things to come. I look forward to being there to watch you cut the ribbon of the new school and all the exciting things, and like they said, our friendship and just being able to serve this community, all jointly together has really been the driving force behind all of this and really makes it work. So I thank you all for all you do.
And I want to say congratulations to your board, because you mentioned that date, they moved it up on you, but you guys were already ahead of the curve. You already had the land identified, you had done all your homework, you had a design already ready. So you guys did, and ladies did a tremendous job. So thank you for doing what you do daily. It makes it easier for us to be able to work with you, because you guys are very professional in how you handle your business, and you do a thorough job, and you really investigate and look at every option before you make a decision. So that makes it a whole lot easier for us to be able to come alongside and partner with you. And so congratulations. And I will echo what Patrick said. We are looking forward to your need being met, but also our need being met with our need for a DSS building. And we've tried many different ways, and the board does not want to raise taxes to pay for a new DSS building. And we're on record, we don't want to do that. So the partnership and the availability of buildings y'all will have when the new school is built will make that transition a whole lot easier for our staff. So Thank you, Dr. Britt, and to Chairman Frank and Paul and Derek for the good work y'all do, and to the rest of the board.
Absolutely, thank you. Ms. Frank, you want to present them with the award?
I just want to say this is an honor. I am very humble to be here in front of such a distinguished group. I'm like Lynn stated and Patrick, I know everybody here. It's an honor to get to know Ms. Garner as well. Patrick, you know what it's like in Old Fort. I made a statement then. Patrick, this is your ship, man. This is your district, and if the sink ships, you sink. But it was all great. It was all great, and I appreciate everything you did. I'm looking forward to this. But more important than that, our kids deserve it, and not only do they deserve a new school, they probably deserve a new DSS facility as well. So with the cooperation between us, I thank you, and if we could, we'll present this to you right now. On behalf of the McDowell County School Board, we present you with this plaque in recognition for County Commissioners of the Year for the 3rd time. And I'm telling you, this time is the best, and we're the most appreciative board of school board members there could be, and we appreciate it, Mr. Brown.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Next on the agenda, I've got something I want to do tonight, and it might be controversial, it might not, but anyway, it's something I feel like I should do. And I'm going to start it off. Since the mid-1700s, our fathers fought and died that we might have religious freedom. Virginia statute for religious freedom, drafted in 1786 by Thomas Jefferson and championed by James Madison, guaranteed individuals the right to worship as they choose. The First Amendment in 1791, officially part of the Bill of Rights, prohibits the federal government from making laws that establish a religion or to prevent free exercise of religion. Ratified in 1868, 14th Amendment, interpreted by the Supreme Court, extended the religious protection of the First Amendment to the states as well. Our nation was built on religion and religious freedom, contrary to what some may think. Our original laws and Constitution was written by men who believed the laws of God. And the laws of God were written in stone with God's finger on Mount Sinai and given to Moses. These laws were provided by God, and they give us a roadmap to follow. it seems like over time, we have drifted away from the principles that made this nation what it is. So I say tonight that it's time to reclaim the fundamental religious beliefs and the laws written by God. So therefore tonight, I make a motion that we put the 10 Commandments on our courthouse lawn and in all county buildings. And I challenge our municipalities and our school system to do the same.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Can we talk about this for a second? I just want to, with issues that's happened in the past, I want to make sure that we are keeping the separation between church and state accurately, so that we will not be allowing others to come in to worship other gods and stuff like that. And have you had an opportunity to talk to our lawyer about it?
No, I haven't.
Let me read from the North Carolina Constitution, Article 1, Section 13, according to religious liberty. All persons have a natural and inalienable right to worship Almighty God according to the dictates of their own consciences, and no human authority shall, in any case whatever, control or interfere with the rights of conscience. It's my understanding, and I believe you read it early on in your opening there, that that was written for the rights and the liberties of the individual. We are a government entity. I personally think government needs to stay out of religion. That's the only way that I personally, as an individual, can maintain that right to worship God according to the dictates of my own conscience. If I take that liberty away from my neighbor, I lose mine also. I am not against posting the 10 Commandments in our courthouse, in our schools, on the courthouse lawn, wherever it might be. I am not against that. But I want to make sure, and I think that we need to look at the legalities of it so far as this board is concerned, and what it does so far as permitting somebody else from wanting to post their belief on the courthouse lawn. That's my opinion to what it opens up. So let me say again, I am not against it, but I think we need to move with caution, because we are a government entity, and government needs to stay out of religion.
Anyone else?
I mean, I'm for the 10 Commandments going up. I don't know if we need to find out if we can put it up. I mean, 10 Commandments are all over Washington, D.C. They're all over our Capitol. They're all over our White House. They're all over, I mean, they're everywhere. It's what our laws were founded on. It's where we get the law.
I think it's what fast food restaurant has enough? Is it Wendy's or Arby's, one of them?
That's private property.
Yeah. I just made a statement that it'd be private pub. I'm just saying.
I just want to make sure that we're not opening the gate to allow people for other religions to come in and have a big impact. And I would like to talk to our lawyer about it before voting.
I've already made a motion, I've already got a second, so we are voting. So all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed say nay.
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 Can we change the motion to find out from our attorney if we can do it?
I think we
I'm
can.
for it if we can do it.
We gotta vote, we gotta finish this vote out before we can do anything else.
I'm for it too, but I want to make sure that we can do it without having to allow something else. We already have to have the nativity scene on one side and season's greetings on the other side of the courthouse lawn for that very reason. So we need to make sure.
weakness is not something I show or will ever show. So, you know, I've made my motion. I've got a second. And we're in the vote. So, Ms. Carter, we need you to vote.
Just need more information.
I mean, the vote's gonna have to go through an attorney anyway, Tony. I mean, even if we vote, even if I vote and the attorney says we can't do it, then we can't do it. I mean, I'm not, you know.
Vote your conscience.
I'll vote to do it.
Okay. It's a 3-2 vote. Let the record show. All right, that's all we've got on that.
I would like to say one more thing on that. Something of this importance, I think that needs to be put on the agenda, and that we need to know about it so that we can think about it and have our ducks in a row before we get blindsided by it.
I think everyone was made aware of it.
It was not on the agenda, and it was not on the approved agenda.
Let's move on to D.
Okay, item C is we're going to move up there. I mean, item D, we're going to move to item D, which is 11th Congressional District Update. Mr. Lake Silver, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, Chairman, Commissioners. Great to see you all. I'm going to be very quick so that way the sportsmen and women behind me can get in as quickly as possible. Here bringing some good news. A little less than 3 years ago, I sat somewhere around there in those chairs, and you all delivered about a 7 project long list of some things that you would like to see get done from McDowell County. So I'm bringing some good news today that the Congressman has made some progress on that list, announcing that the Congressman was able to get $1.5 million in the latest CR that will be going to McDowell County's 911 center. So we're very happy to support that project, particularly after the disaster that you all faced a year ago. The Congressman feels that there's no better project for McDowell County to receive than a 911 center that is much desperately needed. So very happy to contribute to that. Also, my final thing, and then I'm going to get out of your hair. We've got a somewhat of a new staffer to McDowell County, not a new staffer to the Congressman's office here. Connor Brown is with us. You're going to see a little bit more of him. He is going to be in McDowell County quite a bit. Born and raised in Western North Carolina. Been with me for the last 6 months. Worked with Tommy Lauder before me, and so he's going to be great helping with you guys and all the things you're doing here in McDowell County. So always available if you need us. Thank you for everything you do, and God bless you all. Merry Christmas to you too.
Let me say one thing before you sit down, Lake. I received a call from Tommy Lauder this afternoon, and he expressed his love for this county and for the people in this county, and how he appreciated everyone in this county and being able to work with the people in this county for several years. But he said, but I want you to know that Lake Silver loves this county more than I do. And he said he has been dedicated and hardworking and has tried to do everything he could for this county. And so he wanted to really emphasize the caring part of your nature to this county. And I want to say tonight that I appreciate what you've done for us. And we look forward to continue working with you in other things.
Well, thank you very much. He always finds his way in. No, I'm just kidding. No, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. That's a real honor to hear that from you. Always will be here for this county. So thank you all. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas.
You too.
Thank y'all.
Okay, now we'll move back to item C, which would be the Appalachian Archers program update. And Mr. John Burnette, the floor is yours, sir.
got a cheat sheet too, so you'll have to bear with me. I've never done this before. This is new for me. First of all, I want to thank all the commissioners for allowing us to come in this evening and speak. My name is Jonathan Burnette. Everybody calls me John. I'm one of the head coaches of the Appalachian Archers youth team here in the county. We started the Appalachian Archers, this will be our 3rd year. Several of our kids shot on some other teams, and when we established this team, we've brought more in. A little bit about what we do is it's youth archery for school-age kids only. One of the programs we shoot is called S3DA, which stands for Scholastics Three-Dimensional Archery. We do shoot some other tournaments and circuits as well. We do what they call ASA, which is Archer Shooters Association. That's where the old people like me can shoot against our kids. Usually don't turn out very well.
As I say, do you beat kids?
We'll talk about that another day. Yeah. Our team, the Appalachian Archers, is a nonprofit organization. With the commissioner's help in the McDowell County Gun Range, we've been able to host tournaments in this county, which generates a little bit of funds for our club. We've hosted an average of 5 to 6 tournaments at the gun range for the last 2 years. Well, 3 years. There was another team in the county that we worked with for a little while. We average, right now, we started with a few kids and now we're up to about 23 kids. They age out when they hit 18 out of our S3A program. And then we pick a few younger ones up. We'll take kids as young as 5, 6 years old. They can shoot with the S3DO program till they turn to 18, and then that's when they'll go into the ASA program or local circuits. We've been very successful in McDowell County with our kids as tournaments. We shoot tournaments all over the state. We've got kids that travel all over the East Coast to the Midwest that shoot tournaments. As far as our club, we've been very, very successful. A lot of state championships in different age divisions, in different disciplines, different types of equipment. As far as the equipment age division, there's 4 different age divisions in the S3DA. You can shoot 3 different types of archery equipment in the S3DA. Like I said, several state championships. Actually, last year we brought home 2 national titles as a team, Eastern Championship titles. One of those, when you do a national championship, they want you to have at least 5 kids in an age division to qualify for a national title. One of those we had 3 kids and beat out teams that had 4 and 5 because of the scores. We have 4 kids on our team that are national champions themselves. Several times national champion, 2 years, 3 years, I think. So we're very proud of our kids, very proud. And I don't know how long I'm allowed to talk, but if I get to talking about it, I could be here all night. As far as the S3DA, we really like the program because it gives a little bit of discipline, problem-solving skills. At most of the all the tournaments, the kids have to count their own score. The adults and the younger age kids, the junior eagles, which would be 6 to 8. Then you have an eagle class, which would be 9 to 12, ain't it, I think? Yeah. One adult can walk down to the target with them, but they can't call the score and they can't tell them, you know, hey, this is this and this is that. They can help them write the numbers down and add their score. So the kids in a group have to figure out the score, discuss it amongst themselves. which we really like that about the problem solving and communicating with people, you know, at a young age. It sort of helps build the kids on the archery side as we work with some of the, as far as like in your hunter education and stuff. We're working on a program right now to try to get that in with this to help with the hunter education with the kids in the county and stuff, and bring in maybe a couple of tournaments, NRA tournaments that's youth-based only. Been working on that a little bit as well. As far as the S3DA, we do three different types of tournaments. We do an indoor tournament where they shoot an exact yardage depending on their age division. Our first one started last weekend in Statesville. Our next tournament will be here in the county. We will host 2 of those indoor tournaments here in the county and hopefully the state championship, which will bring kids from all over the state. Then we go in March, we'll go to the outdoor. We'll have hopefully 2 of those tournaments at the gun range this year, as well as we do a couple of the ASA tournaments, which is youth and adults where the kids can shoot with their parents on the same day. We're looking at hosting one, it's called a Southern Shootout Tournament as a benefit for the team. Some of our members will shoot on it, not all of the team will. These people will come from 7 or 8 states on the East Coast just to shoot that tournament. It's a real good fundraiser for our team, brings in a lot of money since we're a nonprofit. It's the only way we can make money for the team as far as targets and being able to provide equipment, stuff that some of the teams need. And a lot of this is, as far as our team, is because of the commissioners. If the commissioners hadn't allowed us to do what we do at the gun range, we may not be able to operate as well as we do. Tony Brown has been a big, big supporter of it from the very beginning. I've talked to him, dealt with him several times, and been very supportive. All the members at the gun range have just been exceptionally to work with. Unreal, just amazing. So with that, we've got a small award I'd like to present to the commissioners for their thank you. It's not as fancy as but we don't have as much money as the board of directors. If we get more money, we might can get better awards. But with your permission, I'd like to present that to the commissioners from the Appalachian Archers team.
Well, let me say before you do that, we are very proud of you guys, and that has really worked out well. Having the archery range at the shooting range, the county shooting range, has worked out really well, and it has really taken off and been a big deal. And so we're proud that we made that part of the shooting range, and we're proud of you and your staff, your guys, and for what you're doing with the kids. It's a wonderful thing to what you're doing, and we appreciate that. And you know, we want to be helpful in any way, shape, or form.
We really do appreciate it. I mean, it's been a big help.
Real quick before we get up, I want to ask that, because since we're not going to have another chance to ask any questions real quick, I want to ask three real quick. Number one, are there any suggestions, since y'all utilize that and you have your tournaments and the kids shoot up there, are there any suggestions or enhancements to our facilities that could be made that could possibly help you or anybody who wants to go up and use a bow and that type of thing? If you got them, just get them to Ashley, because we want to know what they are. Okay, that's one. Number two, do you have the 3 kids that won the national championship? Are any of those here tonight?
We've got 2 that are national champions here.
Can we recognize them, John? Is that all right? So we see who they are.
Riley McKinney is a national champion, individual national champion.
Now, which one is?
Oh, wow.
Ashley McKinney is an individual national champion.
Okay. Hey, can we, the third question, is that Ashley? Kinsley.
Yeah. I was looking at her mama when I said that. Her
Well-
mother is Ashley. So.
It's not every day we have national champions in here. Can we get our picture made with them?
I'd like for you to bring them back at another date and let us present them with an award. Would you do that?
We can.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's get their picture made. I want them up here so we can get a picture made with them. The whole
And
crowd,
the
matter
other,
of
the other
fact.
two national champions are not with us.
Well,
It's,
we'd like to get all 5 of them here.
All of them.
Yeah, all the national champions here. If you could bring them back, we'll get you on that.
For the picture now.
Let's do the national champions first, and we'll get out of this. Congratulations. There you go. Can you share that? Y'all get right across and see y'all. Okay? Y'all get it.
One, two, three. Okay, perfect. Now.
like I said, this is not as fancy as what the board had, but it's just a little thank you for what you have done for us. And a couple of pictures of the team at the tournaments.
We'll put this in our case out here.
The coaches in the team.
Thank you.
Is that everybody?
This was.
Okay. One, two, three. Oh.
That was at our state championship. Thank you. Thank you. Is it all right for us to leave?
Yes.
You're good to go. It's supper time.
No, practice time.
Practice time.
Right,
Yeah.
every Monday through Friday. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Next on the agenda, we've got the RenewNC grant opportunities with Emily Quinlan and the Director of Economic Revitalization, North Carolina. And so we welcome her to the podium. Emily?
Oh.
A little loud.
Okay. Maybe I need to speak a little louder. But Emily, the floor is yours.
Thank you all so much.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay, thank you. Hi, I'm Emily Quinlan. I'm with the North Carolina Department of Commerce, and I'm going to speak briefly to you all this evening about the single-family housing program Just for clarity's sake, it is not the program that I administer, but I live out here, so I sometimes give presentations. So if you all have any questions at the end that I can't answer, I'm happy to take those back and get answers. So, excuse me. And I'm sorry also if I'm repeating information that you already know, but after a major disaster is declared, there are funds that flow from the federal government to the state to localities. And these are CDBG-DR funds. The allocation that North Carolina received as a result of Hurricane Helene is $1.4 billion. So you can see on the slide that that's the overall pie. The $1.4 billion was then further subdivided into sub-allocations to address certain unmet needs as a result of the disaster. So the program I'm going to talk about tonight is the single-family housing program. It's at the top line. It's $807 million of the overall allocation. Like I said a second ago, these funds are federal funds, meaning that they have to comply with federal law. So it's all HUD regulations, rules, etc. So there are many, many, many HUD requirements around these funds, but this slide articulates some of the primary ones in terms of how these funds can be used and also some sort of program design decisions around these funds. So after a disaster is declared, HUD, using their own data, that's most often FEMA data and SBA data, they identify what the most impacted and distressed excuse me, counties are. And you can see those counties in red on this map. So again, the counties in red, those are called the HUD most impacted and distressed counties. And they then go to the state and allow the state the opportunity to confer with its own data and add additional counties that the state believes were really heavily impacted. You can see those, the state of North Carolina elected to add the counties that are in blue on either end of the red. The reason this is important is because per federal law, at least 80% of these funds have to be spent in the red counties and up to 20% can be spent in the blue counties. The second bullet articulates that HUD also has requirements around low and moderate income. So at least 70% of these funds have to benefit LMI households and communities. And that's not unusual to these disaster dollars. That's the same. So HUD also has a regular CDBG program and these sort of same stipulations apply. The state was required to develop an action plan after the disaster and in order to become a grantee of HUD. And that action plan just outlines the proposed use of these dollars. And then the grantee, the state, must comply with federal laws, which I think I mentioned earlier, procurement, environmental, housing laws, et cetera. So the single-family housing program that's being operated with these funds within the North Carolina Department of Commerce aims to address unmet housing need as a result of Helene. That is specific to home rehab, reconstruction, and replacement. And I guess just to state this like in plain terms, we are speaking very specifically about homes that are owned by individuals that were damaged as a result of Helene. That homeowner, say I'm one of these folks, I go directly to this program and I'm able to see whether I'm eligible for funds for my house that was destroyed or damaged as a result of Helene. This is not a program that local governments are eligible for or nonprofits. These are individual homeowners. So the program seeks to repair, reconstruct, or replace Helene damaged owner-occupied single-family housing. And there's a lot more information on the website. This slide articulates the eligibility criteria. So applicants must meet all of these in order to qualify for the program. So you have to have owned the damaged property at the time of the hurricane. You must still own it. You have to have occupied it as your primary residence at the time of the hurricane. This is not for second homeowners. Eligible structure type, applicant has to be current on property taxes. If there's a mortgage, the mortgage must be in good standing. And then again, there's that LMI threshold, which you can see the median income is articulated there at 120%. These are the documents that are needed to apply. I won't read these aloud. And then this is the applicant process overview. The part that I really like to point out in here is that there's a case manager assigned to every single applicant, but I'll start at the top. So the applicant gathers all the documentation they need to apply, they submit the application, they are assigned a case manager at that point. There's intake review, their eligibility is reviewed. The team who's operating this has to make sure that there's no duplication of benefits, as in they have to not have already received all that fund from another source, say private insurance. Environmental review, again, a lot of this is federal law. Environmental review, the award determination is made, the case manager gets involved, construction, move in, close out. So that's the whole sort of process. These are some McDowell County specific numbers. So the estimated number of homes damaged, well, actually, let me just start at the top. These figures are as of December 3rd, so they are 5 days old. 502 applications were received from McDowell County residents. 99 applications were confirmed as eligible. So again, that slide that had all the check boxes, all of those were met. 59 damage assessment site visits completed, meaning that's part of sort of the eligibility and evaluation process, is that an inspector goes out and confirms the damage. These figures, the 502 in terms of the total applications submitted, that represents 28% of the total damaged homes. The outreach team for this program has knocked on over 2,000 doors. The application deadline for this program is December 31st. That is in very few days, just over 20 days. So the outreach efforts are really going strong right now. They have been for the last 6+ months that this program's been operating. But these are all the ways that folks can apply. You can go in person to any of the intake centers. The intake centers are listed on this slide. It can be done online. There's also a mobile app, and then it can also be done by phone. So that is the single family housing program, and that's what I was asked to come here and talk to you all about tonight. And again, that is individual homeowners of single family homes, primary residents, who can apply for this funding. There are other programs that will launch here soon, early in the new year. They include multifamily housing program, a workforce housing for ownership program, a commercial district revitalization program. That is the program that I administer. That will be geared towards commercial areas. Zoning is not required, but commercial areas, so downtowns, et cetera. This is not Asheville. This is the rest of the region that was impacted. To apply for funds, the grants will be between $500,000 and $10 million. Excuse me, and then a community infrastructure program, which does mean sort of traditional infrastructure, water, sewer, et cetera, but it's a little bit more broad than that under federal regulation and can include community centers and such. Unless you all have any questions, that's it for me.
Let me ask one question.
Yes.
Or maybe two. These funds, just so I'm clear, this is separate from FEMA
Correct.
assistance.
Correct.
And we've gone door to door to 2,000 homes. Is that the only way that we're getting the word out to the public, or what else are we doing?
So, and also there might be details that I can't provide you because I don't operate this program, but I'm happy to follow up with Madalyn. Radio ads, I've heard them myself. Direct outreach, churches, libraries, any public schools, anywhere where folks sort of gather, this team has tried to do outreach. If you all have suggestions for something additional to do in the next 20 days, we are happy to take those.
Thank you.
Yes.
Anyone else? Okay, thank you, Ms. Quinlan.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Next on the agenda, we have our honorable mayor with us tonight, Mr. Steve Little, and he has a presentation, I think. And so, Mr. Mayor, the floor is yours. It's an honor to have you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's always a pleasure and an honor for me to be here with the county commissioners. Just like Superintendent Grit was saying earlier, and the entire archery team was saying, this relationship of cooperation, of working together, that's what we're well known for. McDowell County is known throughout North Carolina as being the example for others to follow in terms of our ability to work together. It doesn't mean we always agree, but we always know that we can count on each other to be available for conversation And we've not yet encountered a situation that we can't resolve. And I don't think there will ever be one we can't resolve. But I have come tonight to present some things to you. As you know, I've been here several years to present my annual calendar. These contain photographs that I have taken in McDowell County or within 1 mile of the McDowell County line. That's where all of these pictures were taken on the calendar. The calendar has a slightly different format, but I'm delighted with what it turned out, and I think you will like it. I've got a second item. Actually, I've got 3 items here. The second item is something that I think the commissioners and Mr. Wooten would probably maybe get some enjoyment out of reading. I call it Steve Little's Political Adventures and Experiences. And it's about a 55-page writing that I have prepared. And it is chock full of photographs, many of which I took 50 and even 60 years ago. Clippings from the newspaper from the mid and early 1960s that I have kept all these years about opportunities and some incredibly fun events that I was able to take part in when I was a senior in high school. I got a job for the summer working in Washington, D.C. for 2 summers in a row with the National Teenage Republicans. And my job included driving dignitaries. I'm talking about senators, congressmen, cabinet members, and it's kind of fun. The third thing I received today, it is hot off the press. It's a nature book, and I call it Hello Earth, I'm glad to get to know you. It's got 10 short chapters. It's all about 75 pages long, talking about how different parts of our world relate, how we as humans depend upon things that we might not realize we depend on, but we do. So I am giving these to you as just with my compliments. Your nature book, your calendar, and your political book.
Thank you.
I have to preface this a little bit. The political book is something that probably people a lot younger than me might say, who are those people? And might not have much interest.
Thank you, Steve.
But
You already know, I know who they are.
I think that most of the folks here might get a kick out of this, and I certainly hope so.
Thanks.
Steve, how many years have you been, while you're passing your books out, how many years have you been in political office? Because you wrote a book about your political career, so how many years?
Well, I was just elected to my 11th 4-year consecutive term in last month.
It must be some kind of record you got.
That it's been a long time.
He's right up there with Strom Thurmond.
Well, there's a little thing about him in this book, as a matter of fact. And let me mention also, in my Hello Earth book, this includes a photograph of a mushroom taken in Commissioner Walker's front yard. So he's referred to in here.
And my only regret was it did not come a week earlier because they were in full color bloom then.
Yes. But I hope you'll enjoy these.
Thank you
I've
very
had
much.
a good time putting them together, and I'm already thinking about my calendar for next year.
Mr. Mayor, we thank you very much, and that was really thoughtful of you to do this for us, and we appreciate it from the bottom of our heart.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure for me and a relationship that I am honored to have. So thank you all.
Relationship. So thank you again.
Yes, sir.
I really like that picture in the summer of '73 there, Mr. Mayor. Summer of '73 picture was good.
And that was real hair.
Real hair.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Moving on to old business, item A under old business, is the water system project updates and approvals. Mr. Wood?
Yes, sir, and if I may, apologies, I need to add a closed session at the end of the meeting, maybe after the Christmas greetings, if that's okay with the board to do that at that time. But back to old business, you have a few incremental updates on the water. Some good news. East End has started, like I've talked about, phase 2, and A and B are winding down, and Mr. Mayor left. We're working with his staff on transitioning some existing city customers over to the county customers, and so there's master meter moving maybe in about 2 weeks there, so that's ongoing. We did open bids for phase 3, which is mostly Randolph Road, if not entirely, this past Thursday. I do not have those yet. Probably will have those next Monday at that meeting. I do not have the certified bid tab from the engineer. We had, I believe, 6 or 7 contractors present, which is phenomenal, and we had good bidding for that. The lowest bid was around $1.3 million, which is around what we were anticipating, and it is within budget of our remaining state funding from the $11 million we were granted back in, I think, 2021. So we're starting to wind that down, and that work would start after the new year and wrap up by the end of the summer. Then no progress on our Exit 90 project. And then under the Providence, West Marion Elementary area, whatever you might call it, as I've mentioned, we do have 90% plans for review. I've also mentioned before that we've applied for a grant to complete the loop on Marlar and Zion Hill. And again, we'll know that in February. We did meet with city staff recently, just to make sure you're in the loop there, no pun intended. They are wanting to better understand the water supply that they have available for their own customers, as well as folks like us, which is a bulk water customer. And so they are asking for our assistance and advocacy for funding to help get some important studies completed. And so we're working with their staff on identifying funding sources that could help, pay for those studies outside of the local taxpayer, so they can understand their water supply better, so that they will know how much water they have available to sell to us. It's important because we have a current agreement in NEVO, which honestly will be updated soon. We have a purchase agreement on the gallons per day there, and before an agreement is established in this new area, they would like to have that study completed. So with the timing of all the environmental studies and everything else, I believe we're still on track to have all this information and not be slowed down at all. But I just wanted to brief you that that's an ongoing effort by the city. Then of our own accord here, asset inventory and assessment, we are doing one for our NEVO system. It's very early in the process. Ms. Montgomery here is working on that with our engineer. They're doing some behind the scenes work there, again, to make sure they know what our pipe diameter and material, where all the valves are, so they'll be doing mapping. They'll do a capital improvement plan for us. They'll do a rate study for us. And so it'll be a big help for our system. And then lastly, we do have a very small grant that will pay for some, get the right word, facilitated meetings in January with the city and the town that will talk about how to better work together. Specifically, it was oriented towards disaster response. It could lead to other discussions about how to be better partners. So that would be facilitated with the UNC School of Government and the Environmental Finance Center. So I do not have any action right now, but I anticipate having some next week with those bids from Randolph Road. That's all I have.
All right, moving on to item B, the broadband expansion project update, Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir. Just as a matter of update for you and the community, if we listed every project that we have any involvement with as an update, we would be here for about 5 hours. And so what we do try to do as staff is bring things periodically. Again, I do have water on there a lot because we have a lot of active projects, but some things that are in the background happening. And it felt like an appropriate time to talk about some broadband activity, just where things stand. And so you do have in your packet where Ms. Montgomery went to a recent facilitated meeting held by the NC Rural Center in Asheville, where they talked about some of the activity in our county. So just the numbers we're looking at once all the active projects are completed in the county happen by the end of 2027. I did not total them up, that would have been smart, but you will have 913 locations under the GREAT program. These are all acronyms for the public here. Under the CAB program, over 1,300. RDOF, which is Rural Digital Opportunity Fund, that's a federal grant, over 2,700. And BEAD as Broadband Equity, that's over 1,300. So if I'm doing my math in my head there, but over 6,000 sites that, thanks to mostly federal, there's some state money, and in the GREAT program, there is 100,000 out of federal funds that were provided to the county to make all that happen. So in about a 5-year time frame from when it started to when it'll be completed, you'll have over 6,000 sites served with really high quality broadband. Some of that BEAD number does have satellite, probably meaning Starlink, but a majority of that is broadband. And will there be unserved sites? Undoubtedly. There's another program called Stopgap that those sites have not been identified as a quantity, but Stopgap is to come in after BEAD and say, all right, these are the ones that we really want to get down as close to 100% as possible. And so the state has really taken a big, strong lead on this program to make sure that North Carolina is leading and competing with broadband. So I just wanted to give you a quick update on where those stand.
Do you know how many homes will be left after the GREAT, CAB, RDOF, and BEAD are completely in place?
I don't know that we got a number.
I think we're waiting on the BEAD funding to fully open before announcing.
Okay.
So we'll try to get that number when there is one.
Number 5, because it was 11 before that. About 5,000, and there's a lot of people that's not interested in, they can't afford it.
Gotcha.
So
we'll keep you updated.
Okay. Moving along to new business, item A will be the commissioner committee appointments. Madam Clerk, was there any committees that, okay.
Yes.
You got the floor.
Thank you, Chairman. 2 people have applied for the Agriculture Advisory Board. Both Alvin Lytle and Nathan Giesler are applying to be reappointed due to their term limits expiring.
And there are 2.
Go ahead.
And there are 2 seats open, correct?
Yes.
Decisions.
Is this one of those cases where we've got a first and second reading and all that, or can we approve them tonight?
I think you should be able to approve them tonight.
It's up to you if you'd like to waive any second
I
reading.
move we waive and approve.
Second.
Thank you.
Any others? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Is that it?
Mhm. Thank you.
All right, moving on to item B, we've got the fiscal year 2026 budget update and approvals. Mr. Williams.
Thank you. And we were preemptive in having approvals on there. There are no amendments from Ms. Bell at this time, but you do have the tax collection report from Ms. Anya Frey, and we're pretty much right on track where we were this time last year on the percent collected. And you see her outstanding delinquencies. And then you have the sales tax report with the September remittance, and we're doing relatively well there as well. So take any questions you might have, either one of those ladies.
Any questions, comments?
no question.
Okay. Do we need action on that, Mr.
No, sir, no action needed.
Okay. All right, let's move along then to item C, which is administrative items for review. Mr. Woodward.
You do have two action items there, the EMS write-offs, and then there are a number of water leak adjustments for our water system.
Mr. Chairman,
Pleasure, board.
make a motion to approve the EMS write-offs and the NEBO water leak waivers as presented.
Second.
Motion and second discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, next is item D, the property tax release, refunds and discoveries. Mr. Wood.
You have a memo in there showing the total for each for the releases over and under 100, the motor vehicle refunds, and the discoveries that were brought to you by our tax assessing department.
Okay, you've all had a chance to look at that. What's the board on that?
Move that we approve the tax matters.
Second.
Motion second, any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Next item E, the approval of the 2026 meeting schedule.
Yes, sir. I started doing this a few years ago just to make sure that you're approving this. You don't have to approve the calendar every year. Thought it might be good just to make sure you didn't have any requested changes for any of these dates. And I'll just highlight, and I put on your memo, like January 26th, for example, would be a recommended meeting date, which is a week later than typical because of the Martin Luther King holiday. June 30th is recommended as a meeting day and last day of the fiscal year for budget amendments. October 12th is a different time and location for the Carson House meeting. And then December 7th, again, statutorily, in even number of years, you must meet the first Monday after in December after an election.
Move to accept the meeting schedule as presented.
Second.
Discussion.
I think it's good to have this because that way the public knows well in advance of when we meet.
We'll make sure it's on our website and posted on our bulletin board.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. With that, next thing on the agenda tonight will be citizen comments. Mr. Coach, do we have anybody signed up? Mr. Coach, do we have anyone signed up? No one? Okay. All right, then we'll move along then to the Christmas story that we do every year. And tonight, Mr. Walker is going to read the Christmas story to us for us.
Okay? I'll read out of Luke chapter number 2. It says, verse 1, "And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria. And all went to be taxed, every one into his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished, that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you, ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. And it came to pass, as the angels were gone away from them into heaven, the shepherds said one to another, Let us now go even unto Bethlehem, and see this thing which is come to pass, which the Lord hath made known unto us. And they came with haste, and found Mary and Joseph, and the babe lying in a manger. And when they had seen it, they made known abroad the saying which was told them concerning this child. And all they that heard it wondered at those things which were told them by the shepherds. But Mary kept all these things and pondered them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all the things that they had heard and seen as it was told unto them.
Thank you for that, Mr. Walker. This is the season of Christmas, and it's not just a holiday, it is about the birth of our Savior. And so with that, I want to, on behalf of myself and my family, I want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. And I hope that God blesses each and every one of you very well, very rich.
My wife and I were talking yesterday about us getting a little bit older and how time is moving so much quicker, and how that we fail to slow down sometimes. But we are purposefully trying to slow down this year during the Christmas season to enjoy our kids and our grandkids, our friends, our family. And I would like to encourage each and every one of you to do that, to try to slow down just a little bit and remember what this is all about. No greater gift could have ever been given to me personally than the gift of salvation. And that could only come through one way, and that's that babe that was born in Bethlehem. And I wish every one of you a Merry Christmas.
I'd like to say a year ago it was, we were in a kind of a tough spot because of Helene, but due to the, and I'm going to say blessings, of many different agencies and things, there's been many homes restored, many patches to roofs and stuff like that. And I do think that that is a blessing to many people in this county, and we are farther ahead in this county than there is in other counties. I'm saying that for the reason that I do think that the group here and the group with the county and local churches and Samaritan's Purse and the Baptist on Mission, they have really come into the county and have blessed this county. It is truly amazing to look at the things that have been accomplished in this year, and hopefully people can sit back with their families and look at the blessings of their family. Hopefully they can be together. Hopefully they do have the understanding that Christ was born for us in our failures. And Lisa and I really just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and hopefully it's going to be a better year next year even. So.
I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas also. And you know, when David was just reading the Christmas story, he said he was coming to all people. And that's what separates Jesus from everybody else, because he came for all people and he's still for all people. And that's what makes him different. That's what made him different then, and that's what makes him different now. And if it wasn't for him, my family and I would have no hope whatsoever. And because of him, there is always hope. And that hope can literally carry you through anything. And I thank the Lord he came, and that he died, and he rose again for my salvation, the salvation of my husband and my family, my children, and that hope that he just offers all people. And I do want to wish this county and everybody left still in this room a Merry Christmas.
I do want to say Merry Christmas to everyone who will be watching and to those that are here tonight. And I want to say thank you to all the different people. The mayor mentioned it, the school board mentioned it. So many groups, Patrick, you mentioned it. Groups work together, and sometimes you feel like your work is in vain and nobody's seeing what you're doing, but somebody's watching. And I want to say, don't grow weary in well-doing. Keep it up, and the Lord will bless you for it. And so, Merry Christmas to our staff. I'll just say this, we've got the best staff. Our staff members work hard every day to help make the groups they represent and the people coming into their buildings just they try to give y'all the best experience possible. And so I want to say Merry Christmas to our every county employee and their families, and thank you so much for all you do. We don't get a chance to go around like we would love to and wish them all a Merry Christmas, but if you're watching, please, in your department, tell your employees how much we appreciate all they do, because we make policy decisions and things like that, but y'all make it all happen. Y'all implement what we say and do, advise to be done. And so thank you and Merry Christmas, and may the Lord bless you. I had a guy come to my office. I'm done. I'm winding up. But I had a guy come to my office the other day, known him for years, and he said, David, he said, you know what? I just got diagnosed with cancer. And I said, man, I'm sorry to hear that. But he had the best outlook on it. He said, I'm saved, and you know, if I leave here, I'm better off. And he said, I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna give it all I got. I'm gonna fight it. And so there's people that's got diagnoses this December that they didn't want to hear. There's people, homelessness that we all encounter. There are just a multitude of people that are having a hard time of it, for whatever the reason may be. And so let's remember to do what Christ would do and try to reach out and help anybody, whoever they are, where they're at. And Merry Christmas. I'll be quiet.
Okay. In that, do I hear a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you all very much.
I want to make a motion to come out of closed session.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Now,
Aye.
I want
Aye.
to retract my motion.
I don't know that you can track it.
No, there needs to be a new motion
Okay,
made.
well, I'm gonna make a motion that,
We
that the
county attorney.
amendment motion be tabled for till whenever.
Okay, I'll second that.
And in discussion for that, we need to get Fred, what are the issues there so that we can vote on it knowledgeably, so to say. Because
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
make a motion to come to adjourn.
Favor? Aye.
Aye.